Fighting has continued between Armenia and Azerbaijan. The Armenian Prime Minister says more than 105 Armenian soldiers have died in 2 days of clashes with Azeri troops in the worst flare-up of hostilities in 2 years. This despite a truce mediated by Russia. Armenia accused the Azeris of breaking the ceasefire and using heavy weaponry against civilian and military targets. Azerbaijan said the renewed fighting had started with artillery attacks on its positions. The US State Department spokesman Ned Price spoke about the situation.
To be very concerning. We are deeply concerned about continued attacks along the Armenia-Azerbaijan border. We've seen continued attacks now for a second straight day. We are particularly disturbed by continued reports of civilians being harmed inside Armenia. Secretary Blinken, Ambassador Rieker, Assistant Secretary Dawn Fried, others in her bureau have had a number of conversations, including with Armenia and Azerbaijan, but with other concerned stakeholders and partners.
Well, our correspondent Rehan Dimitri, who's in Tbilisi in Georgia, has been telling us about the latest developments.
Well, the ceasefire that was agreed last night, it appears to be holding. And also it's relatively calm now in Yerevan, the Armenian capital, following a night of protests. Thousands of people came out to the streets in Yerevan to demand Prime Minister Nikol Pashinyan's resignation, following his statement in the Armenian parliament, in which he said that he would be ready to sign a peace agreement with Azerbaijan, provided Azerbaijan withdrew its forces from the Armenian territory. What we know is that in the 2 days of fighting, Azerbaijan had entered the Armenian territory and occupied 10 square kilometers of the sovereign Armenian territory. That's in addition to a similar incursion that happened last May. Now, we know that people in Nagorno-Karabakh enclave, so the whole conflict between these two neighboring nations is over this land called the Nagorno-Karabakh. And the enclave, which is inside Azerbaijan but populated by ethnic Armenians, is still under Armenia's control. There are Russian peacekeepers that were sent there following the war 2 years ago. Now, people in the capital, Stepanakert, which is called Khankendi in Azeri, are out in the streets. They want clarity. They want to understand what Nikol Pashinyan meant by saying that he would be ready to sign a peace agreement with Azerbaijan, whether that peace agreement will be on Azeri terms, and what would it mean for people living in Nagorno-Karabakh.